Hey Aries, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. This is your December 2016 mid-month reading. I intend on pulling 6 tarot cards for you and 3 oracle cards. I'm going to choose one card from 3 separate decks. The first will be a healing and meditation oracle deck. The second is going to be from a brand new deck that I got yesterday in the mail, the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card deck. And the final card that I'm going to pull is from the ever trusty and faithful Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild, and the artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. So, Aries. I've shuffled off camera and asked for the general messages for my Aries friends and viewers. Let me take this time to remember, y'all, let me take this time to remind you that if this reading does not resonate for you, then to please check your moon or rising sign, because not every sun sign video is going to resonate for you every month, because you are more than just an Aries, dear heart. Now, to give you an example, I have an Aries sun, meaning I was born April 16th, but I have a Taurus moon and I have a Scorpio rising sign. So sometimes my Aries sun doesn't resonate hardly at all. It's a Scorpio and Taurus month. It really just depends on how your chart is playing out, and each chart is individualized. There are no duplicates. Alright, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and cut for you. Now, I want to take the bottom card to represent the underlying theme or the overarching energy. I'm going to take the first card to represent the present, the second to represent the past, the third to represent the obstacles, the fourth to represent the help, and the fifth to represent the possible outcome. Now for the healing and meditation oracle cards. This deck is a deck that I got from a secondhand store, so I don't have the author's names to give credit, but I am grateful and I give loving energy to the universe on behalf of my gratitude. Gonna cut. Alright, I'm gonna pull the top card from this oracle deck. The next will be from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. And this covers several different things. It'll talk about chakras. It'll also talk about what the stone or gemstone represents and where it can heal and amplify your energy. So I'll talk more about it when we get to the one that's for you. How about that? Looks like that one wanted to pop out. And finally, from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, for my Aries friends for this mid-December. Alright, Aries, I'm going to cut the deck. Going to pull the top card from this oracle deck as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do is hit the pause button and flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I'll be right back with your story, Aries. Hang tight, y'all. Hey, Aries, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The underlying theme or overarching energy for this spread is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven represents the Libra ruled house of your partnerships and relationships and how you learn about who you are through those relationships with others. It also speaks to counseling and like open enemies, people that you have like open beef with. The Pentacles represent Earth sign energy, and the Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and we are fixing to be entering this season of Capricorn right around Christmas time, as a matter of fact. Now, this card by itself represents to me working diligently on something, but it could be that you are practicing to get better, or that you've just learned a craft, and that or you've learned how to produce something, make something, do something, and you're either practicing on it or you have just begun. You have just started a big project. I also see that as the card of the journeyman. The Three of Pentacles I see as the card of the apprentice, because it's got people kind of standing over them and watching what they're doing. The card that I see as a car key. But with this one, it's like you know how to do it, so you don't have to have anybody over your back. But you've only got one done, and you are working on the next of 7. So, you've got Jupiter in the 7th house, so it could be speaking to this as well. Jupiter is going to be a part of the Jupiter-Uranus opposition between your 7th and 1st house. 7th house, partnerships, relationships, how you deal with other, counseling, and open enemies. And the 1st house is your body, your physical appearance, and your personality. So, let's move on. The card that represents the present is the 7 of Wands, upright. And this is a card of defending yourself, defending your territory, defending your position, defending your stance. It's argument, miscommunication, disagreement, possibly. The 7. I told y'all this was a 7. This is an 8. I can read, I promise. So that would be the 8th house. Scorpio. Life, death, rebirth, other people's money, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, and sexuality, other people's money. When I was going through this card, I was distracted by some messages that were popping up on my messenger, and yeah, I apologize. This is the 8 of Pentacles, not the 7. So yeah. Now, this is the 7 of Wands. The 7 represents the Libra ruled house of partnerships, relationships, and counseling, open enemies. It's still defending your ground, that entire thing. The Wands represent fire sign energy. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, the second card that represents the past is a Major Arcana card, and it is the 5th card in the Major Arcana, the Hierophant card. The 5 represents the Leo-ruled house of your creations and creative ability, your artistic pursuits and endeavors. It covers romance, falling in love, the butterflies that you get in your stomach from falling in love. Covers the creation of your babies and your children. It also speaks to your pleasures and social life. But this card as a Major Arcana represents the zodiac sign of Taurus, which is a stubborn and determined sign. They're very practical and steadfast. This card represents looking for meaning or dealing with the authority or authorities. You've got a lot of 10th house energy, which is Capricorn energy, which is dealing with your status, reputation, and authorities, authority figures, and authorities in their field, which would be like an expert. But this card also, it represents like a quest. It's a search for knowledge, either for spiritual truth or spiritual meaning. It's also about like development of principles, like spiritual principles or religious principles, that sort of thing. But this card represents the past. I also say, this card represents Taurus, but I also like to say that if this card is representative of an individual in your world, they could also have fire sign energy in them, because this individual is wearing a lot of red. And that'll show up again in the reading in just a minute. Now, the obstacle in the reading is another major arcana card. It is the 18th card of the major arcana. 1 plus 8 is 9. And that speaks to the Sagittarius ruled house of higher education, long distance trips. It's the study of religion and philosophy, astrology, its legal system matters. It's your view of the world expanded through study or travel. It is the house of foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, and the study of foreign languages. This card represents the moon. We are going to be experiencing a full moon in your 3rd house. That's the house of Gemini. That's the house of short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors, people in your neighborhood, your communication devices, how people understand you, how you understand others, the things that you use to communicate on, and your commute, so your vehicle and the way that you get from point A to point B. Cancer may also be important to you in some way because the moon rules Cancer. But with the moon being in the obstacle, I see it as, it could be that it's really an emotional time for you as well. There's a lot of blue in the background colors. Now, the possible help of the situation would be having the guts to walk away from something. And it looks like it might be career-oriented. It's something that means a great deal to you. But walking away frees you up to do something different and probably something better in alignment with where you need to be anyways. This is the 8 of Cups. The 8 represents the Scorpio-ruled house of life, death, and rebirth, sexuality, primal or basic or human instincts, transformation, metamorphosis, regeneration, other people's money. It's a very intimate house. You aren't having any 8th house energy playing out per se. It may just be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, and that's further backed up by the fact that you've got these cups right here. The cups represent water signs. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Once again, I feel like this is a decision that's going to kind of be, the catalyst may be the full moon. Once again, we've got the moon right here. Fire sign energy again with the red cloak, like I was talking about earlier with the Hierophant. The help may be having the guts to walk away from something that isn't benefiting you the way that it used to, and it can be, like I said, something that means a great deal to you. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but it can be a friendship, it can be a partnership, it could be changing your major in school. But that looks to be the help. And the possible outcome, if you follow that guidance, would be the 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands is a happy card. It's a celebration card. I see it being happy for Christmas break coming up soon. The 4 speaks to the Cancer-ruled house of home and family, or foundations and roots, just depending on what's going on in your world. The wands represent, once again, fire sign energy. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But this is the Instagram Christmas card picture. This is acknowledgement or recognition in some way as well. It could be acknowledgement or recognition in the work that you've done, but when you get that acknowledgement, you start reflecting and you're like, that was good for that time, but it's a new season for me. It's a new time for me. I've grown past that or beyond that. So, I totaled up the cards right. I just read the number wrong on the card because I got distracted. But, the total ended up being 47. 4 plus 7 is 11. And that speaks to the Aquarius-ruled house of your friends, the groups, memberships, and associations, the teams that you may belong to. It also covers your future wishes, goals, and dreams, like your bucket list. It could also speak to the internet. You've got Venus moving into Aquarius, your 11th house, early in the month of December, so that's nice. You may be having some really nice interactions going on for you in your friendship sector, which is wonderful. It's not a bad thing to have towards the holiday season, right? For your healing and meditation oracle card that I pulled, we've got equanimity. I think silent meditation would do a great deal for your mind right now. I think it would also help you figure out the path that you're wanting to take, because it seems like, well, Uranus has been in Aries for a while, and it's been a lot of shocks and surprises, and it's like once you think you finally got something going, something happens and it kind of falls apart, and you try, it's the perpetual story of the little engine that could. I think I can, right? I know that's been the case for me. I'm an Aries sun, by the way. The equanimity card reads, the mind and body each affects the well-being of the other. Regular meditation is an excellent stabilizing influence. So here are some meditative thoughts to help you achieve a state of equanimity. May I be steady in this period of change. May I be present in the period of difficulty. May I stay centered in the heat of the moment. May I be free from obsession from the past or future. The second card that I pulled for you is from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card deck, and this is Moss Agate. I really have poor lighting in here, I apologize. The Moss Agate card is speaking to stability, persistence, and grounding. It can help heal and amplify the heart and root chakra. The card reads, Moss Agate is the stone of nature's peace and abundance. It reminds you that there is always a silver lining to each cloud. You have pulled this card as a reminder to be resilient in the pursuit of your higher purpose and to embrace the grounding, calm, and stable energy of Mother Earth along the way. Meditate with Moss Agate to balance mood swings, instill patience, and build a better determination to handle life's challenges. And this is a card, it's got a lot of green in it. You can kind of tell when I hold it back. I don't know. But what's awesome is this card right here has a lot of green in it as well. Life's little synchronicities, right? The last card that I pulled for you is the 39th card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. It reads, free from judgment, free to love. 3 plus 9 is 12, and that speaks to the Pisces-ruled house of secrets. It's secrets that you keep from yourself or repression, possibly secrets that you keep from others as well. It's limitations and karma. It's self-undoing. It's a very, I think of the 12th house as the darkest inner recesses of the mind. It could also be dealing with secret enemies. But this card has a lot of mother archetype energy associated with it. If you have been enduring struggles recently, this card is confirmation that the solution to your problems or struggles or difficulties is in a gestational phase now. Keep doing the work and keep believing, and it will come to you. I'm sorry, I've got a lot of things coming at me at once. This is also a card indicating that being around children, working with children, or working on your inner child would be a good thing for you to pursue. It also indicates caretaker energy. It could be that you are being a caretaker or you are being taken care of. Someone is taking care of you. It's also an indication that you need to nurture yourself and others. And that you need to drop your expectations, because expectation is the root of all heartache. You can set goals, but you shouldn't put any expectation on anyone or anything. Situations change at the drop of a hat. So yeah, Aries, that's what I see going on for you for mid-month, December 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I have got 6 more videos to shoot now before I can get started on my 2017 videos, and I'd like to get them done before Mercury goes into retrograde, so send me some positive energy when it comes to that. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you use this holiday time to make some memories with your friends, your family, and your loved ones, because those are the things that don't cost a penny, and honestly, no one can take from us. Employ your self-care measures, Aries. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles some of us may never speak about to another living soul. And it's the holidays, y'all, so be kind. I hope you're well, and I hope to see you for the 2017 videos, where I'll be going over the major astrological highlights of the year for you and how it will be playing out for you. Take care of yourself, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And I'll see you for the next video series real soon. Until then, namaste and bye, Aries.